here totally. And this is one of the games where Balmond actually makes sense. Since we
Yes.
know that
It's from this one. Very excited about this, Butters.
very excited, and that is true. Signal Ultra here is excited to get that one win away from BSB. BSB, they are gonna try and take this to game number 3. So Rockhart, you know what? I have to say that Wilson is still here on the top lane. On the base.
Yeah, you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up, right? They're calling for something here, and I mean they might have encountered some issues. We'll have to wait and see if that's gonna be finalized here. But for the meantime, it's starting to look like Signal Ultra might be ahead here because of that. So they're just starting to get into it. By the way, we are back in the game. It's basically a full remake with the same heroes, and both teams agreed. So we are here. We're back. This is game 2. Signal Ultra versus BSB.
And look at this, Imba DJ dealing with Cap 1 there. Cap 1 was forced to go back even with half HP. You know what? Is still kind of scared of that Louis, because Louis can just turn you back at some point. Sujin going for Cap 1. Cap 1 will use his Revitalize just in time before he is forced to go back to base.
Yep, and that's absolutely fine at this point, right? It doesn't get used as much.
The qualifiers, because he has been there way back, and right now it's his dream to just prove himself that he is worthy of this MPL slot. And that's the thing, this is the confidence game for Signal Ultra. Remember, Signal Ultra has been here ever since season 2.
Right.
They might have lost their step from season 4, not have made it inside season 5, but for season 6, they're back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
BSB, they didn't really have a chance to, face the first Signal Ultra lineup that we had in the MPL. But right now, BSB, they're witnessing the rebirth of Signal Ultra from season 6.
Yep, this is absolutely the rebirth, and I'm looking forward to whether or not they can live up to the hype. And I'm still waiting if they're gonna live up to their names as well. Like the moniker of Comeback Kings. I wonder if that's still gonna be a thing, or will they go for a different route this time around? I mean, being Comeback King as a champion doesn't have the same ring to it as being a dominating 2-0 champion, right? So I'm waiting for those small moments where Imba DJ can prove us wrong.
Yeah.
Your mind.
You know what? One of their trademarks for Signal Ultra right now is that they're very calm.
Right.
Ana here, but that doesn't look like someone calm as Signal Ultra, or someone as calm as they say they are would do. They draw first blood from Ana, and Cap 1 here almost going down. Imba DJ finding himself at a very bad spot. Positioning wise, that was perfect from BSB. Good punish.
Yeah, that's an absolutely great punish there as well. And I would say that BSB is, they're a little bit, I'm sure they're fired up from that last game as well. Because if I was BSB, I would feel like I deserve to get that. I got the Lord Seal. I did everything perfectly. We were cheesed by this link. We're gonna have to get back here. I'm pretty sure they're super duper fired up and ready to go here. And I think it's translating well into this game where they look like they are super in the mood here. They are super on fire, and they're doing that right now.
But Cap 1 using that glorious pathway, and look at this, the Yu Zhong is actually going back and forth. BSB will get the turtle. Drix here, he wants blood, he knows that he can. Hades in a very bad spot, he goes in with the quad shadow. Trevor here will get the kill. Drix once more, he will go in, and that Roger will do the trick. 2-6, going to the side of BSB.
And BSB actually super duper, like I said earlier, they're not happy with their performance earlier, right? They kind of felt they deserved it, and now they want to play to win here. Now Sujin on the mid lane talent is not it's not gonna pan out well here. They're gonna have a hard time sustaining. This Valier is giving them such a headache.
You know what? BSB on the other hand, they are, just using their prowess here in terms of being tanky. Look at the early game. Wilson is here. He has the execute, so they can actually just take out one person here onto the side of Signal Ultra as fast as his ultimate. So, you know what? For that certain replay, we did see, Wilson get one kill. He has the Festival of Blood. He's making a comeback. Is it gonna matter here for the new Signal Ultra lineup?
Well, we talked about comeback things because of they would reverse sweep, right? A whole series. Inside the games themselves, does that actually apply? Because I don't think I've seen them play off a deficit, at least the old Signal, right? Now the new Signal, they're looking a bit different in terms of playstyle, so it's still hard to say whether or not that's going to be the case. But for now, we are back in the game, guys, and they are fighting off really hard against each other. Rhea on the bottom side of the field actually might have to sacrifice that tower if he wants to live, and he does. We are still back on that 2-6 with a almost 3k deficit here for BSB.
Oh, Sujin here. He is just sustaining on that lane. Cap 1 here. He is knocked up. Bensanity will get away, and that is a kill on the Khalid.
Oh, like I said, it's gonna be... Trevor's just becoming such an annoying monster, but what's more annoying? A Valir or a Hayabusa that you cannot hit for the life of you? It's gonna be the other. And Hades makes a pretty good play, a kill in a tower for Signal Ultra.
And Rhea here just waiting for the proper time to go in. They do have the retribution, so they do not care about that. And Signal Ultra, they are behind by 3k gold. And it kind of equates more on the idea that they don't have turrets anymore. They don't have turrets on the top and the bottom side anymore.
Yep, that's a big problem, but we are very early on, and the lead isn't that big, right, for 6.5, but it's still saying something. And I'm just gonna drill on harder and harder on the advantage that BSB has, which is, of course, Trevor. And because of all the fights that they're taking, Drix is 3-0-3 and farming very, very well on the Roger, with Endless Battle and Raptor's Machete completed already.
And there's a cursed helmet on Ana. This is new. A thumbs on the cursed helmet.
Yep. So, more damage output. It's gonna be a fake damage output thing, right? It's like, you think he's super tanky, but no, he just really hurts. He hurts a lot. And that's gonna be very interesting to see on the game later on. But for now, of course, aside from it will hurt a lot, it will also clear minion waves very, very much, right?
I guess they picked out the cursed helmet just because there are a lot of tanky heroes onto the side of Signal Ultra. Like, they're planning to just destroy them with the negative, the additional damage coming out from the cursed helmet. And, the damage amplification that it gives. I think it's more that way.
Yeah, I think so. Right now, though, Sujin on the top lane forced to go for the Desert Tornado. And, man, BSB, they're mad. They're going straight into the fights here. And on the bottom side, Signal Ultra returns in kind, going for Ana, which that cursed helmet not doing as much as we thought it would. Especially against super tanky members of Signal on the bottom.
You know what, Wilson and the others, they're just forcing, Khalid to... They're just forcing Khalid to go back into base or just accept his fate and go down.
Right.
That's what they're doing here. And Sojin cannot charge up anything here just because of that execute kill coming out from the Wilson Balmond.
Yep. And surprisingly, the Balmond's actually doing some pretty good... he's not doing the majority of the damage, but he's doing well in just disrupting Signal Ultra. And because of that, they are getting huge amounts of control on the map. But DJ cannot do this on his own. He's calling on his teammates. Everyone is just recovering. Let's have a replay of that, and we'll see how well they actually took care of Besanity on that Kufra. It looked so effortless. Even Drix so healthy on the farm, was just taking care of business like it was nothing.
Yep. And that is one of the things that you have to look out for if you are against a Tusjin Khalid. He is really tanky and he's gonna abuse that. But when you have the Balmond, he cannot do anything about it. Look at that, the suck-in vacuum coming here from the Luyi, but it won't really matter as Khalid will go down once more. Rhea here at the bad side of the map. He goes down as well. That is going to be a double kill for Drix.
Yep. The sad thing about this is that Signal Ultra Khalid is using the Raging Sandstorm as an escape mechanic instead of an engage mechanic, which is becoming the biggest problem for Signal Ultra right now. They're being forced. Their hand is being forced here by BSB with their super tanky fighter lineup. There's just no other choice.
Oh, but look at that ultimate coming up from Signal Ultra. Bensanity here. He will go down. Probably another kill hit you 100% if you aren't mindful of things around you.
Yep, honestly, I have to check up on Balmond's ultimate lethal counter here. And that is 20% through damage plus a huge amount of physical attacks. And the more, obviously, you are lower, the lower your HP, the more damage you're gonna receive. Plus, the 40% slow is not really something you can ignore. Right? That's 2 seconds and 40%. So, I feel like Sujin might have a hard time here, but wow, Rhea, one hit from this Roger, put him down to 70%. I wonder if they can still fight against the BSB Death Ball.
And Hades here, he gets caught out. That isn't the place where you want to find the Hayabusa hat. And BSB, they're actually making things happen. This might go to game number 3. It's easy to say right now just because, you know what? Bensanity isn't finding the right targets for his initiation.
Yeah, that's the problem. And they're catching Hades in a different side of the map. However, Imba DJ is still not done. That is a Tyrant's Rage with no follow-up here coming in from Signal Ultra. Bensanity cannot get the group together here. Even Imba DJ, I wonder how the commands are coming here, are looking like. And now, Shuffle's on the top side of the map. Fujin versus Ana. Here's what we're gonna see. That's gonna be the Raging Sandstorm. It slows him down, but it doesn't actually stop the attack that much. Fujin will still be falling very, very shortly here over Ana.
Hades trying to go in for the steal, but Balmond is there. This is actually the remnants of the old MLBB Balmond, where he hasn't been nerfed. He always stole those objectives, but Wilson has another thing in mind. He's gonna roll all over everyone here. That is you, a Balmond getting a Hayabusa.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super surprised. I'm surprised as you. I didn't expect that. That came out of almost nowhere. The Hayabusa's in a pretty good spot in terms of items, but if you can't use those items, that doesn't matter at all. Minions will be spawning on the top end, the mid lane. How do they clear this out without suffering the casualties? That is, I have no idea anymore.
And this is going to be Wilson just forcing his will down. The Balmond game is real. Bensanity getting caught out. They get pushed back. Tusjin not having the time of his life. The dragon is there, but it won't be enough. We are going to game number 3.
Okay, there we go. A game 3 here by BSB.